Say hello to the world's most haunted mansion, the Gravewatch Estate. This place went abandoned 35 years ago, and we're gonna buy it to go really see if it's fully haunted. There's been lots of conspiracies, but nothing concrete. So first we buy a mower, we go clean this place up, and also build out a setup for this weekend's camping trip. It's gonna be pretty crazy, so let's get into it. Alright guys, welcome back to the all blacked out camping mansion. So you guys know we built this setup out about a few weeks ago, but we are gonna be building out a second setup because we're gonna take something into the haunted grounds and graveyards of the haunted area around here. So it's gonna be crazy. We bought the estate for 400 grand, which is pretty cheap because the city hasn't been able to sell it to anybody. So we got it for a cheap price, and I'm pretty excited for this one. We're gonna get some pretty crazy content, maybe even have some ghost spottings or some other abnormal activity. So without further ado, guys, we're gonna build out ourselves a setup. We need our Halloween / haunted setup to be built out. I don't think this one's gonna do the job, so we're gonna buy a camper and a new truck because that will allow us to go in with no fear, almost. So I'll see you guys in the store. We'll build out a setup, and then we're gonna head over there and see what this property looks like. All right, so for starters, we're gonna build out a truck. So the first one we're gonna build out is a Ford F450. We're gonna put some big wheels on this thing, and then also you can change the headlight color. So we're gonna do orange for the headlight color. Maybe it'll deter the ghosts or any abnormal activity around the area. We'll have to see if that works. But also, we're building out a pumpkin setup. That's right, we're going orange on everything. We need bright colors. We can't have anything out there that's blending in case we need to get back to the truck fast. So this should do good, being able to spot it even at night. So we're gonna build this out. That looks good to me. We got ourselves a pumpkin truck, and let's go check out our camper. Here she is, boys. We've got the tracks on the Summit 43. We custom built this thing. It looks a little funky, but we need the tracks because we don't want the ghost to pop the tires on this thing. You know, they tend to mess with the camper when we're sleeping in it. So with the tracks, it makes it a little bit more secure. So let's build this thing out, putting lights on the front. We're gonna add AC unit, ladder, trailer hitch because we're gonna tow a mower in, and it looks pretty good to me. I don't think we need to build it out any differently. We got ourselves a camper. Let's go see what the mowing setup looks like. And we're gonna buy a bobcat with a brush mower. So check this thing out. We can add these tracks, but they've got these like extra traction tracks that go over the wheels. So it's pretty cool. We're gonna add a safety beacon on there at night in case we need to cruise around. This thing is fully caged. So if we want to explore at night, this might be our vehicle with all the lights we're adding on it. We'll tint the windows and then rim color. There we go. We get ourselves a bobcat. Let's go build out a little mower. This should get the job done. Let's see. We'll do orange. Looks good. And last but not least, we need a four-wheeler to explore too. So if the skid steer ends up failing, we have a backup utility vehicle. So we're going to add the hostile super swampers on this thing. We'll add the seat, all the add-ons. What else can we add? Oh, I think we've got something. Maybe a hunting rifle. That might work just in case we find any deer. And then we're going to add some lights on this thing. LED lights, capacity, add a Yeti cooler. Oh, we're going to need a backup gas tank too. Okay, we'll add that. And then we'll match our pumpkin setup. There we go. This thing looks good to me, boys. Let's go ahead and buy it. And we've got everything to pick up. So let's go grab it and we'll drive it over to the Gravewatch Estate. Oh gosh, you can tell I'm already scared. All right, we made it to the pumpkin setup. So check this thing out. The tracks turned out pretty cool on this thing. And yeah, they're actually pretty good size. So that worked out good. We got the bobcat here. We're going to hook this thing up and then we'll get the truck and everything rolling towards the Gravewatch Estate. Oh my gosh. I don't know if I'm ready for this one. At least we've got daylight to do all of our cleanup work, and then we're going to be staying overnight. So it's going to be a long weekend. But all right, let's first jump in the truck here. Oh, this thing sounds pretty good. Check out those headlights too. Those turned out great. And we got the orange beacons and turn indicators. Very cool. All right, let's hook up to the Summit first. We need that, and then we'll hook up to our trailer for the bobcat and four-wheeler. So here we go. Crank it down. All right, we got all this stuff lined up here. I didn't really think about the trailer hitch for the back of the camper, but it should be okay as soon as we get the ramps up on this thing. We're going to put the four-wheeler on first. The skid steer is just a little bit heavier. So let's strap this thing down. There we go. And the bobcat finally will be on our way to the new estate. I do want to test this thing out though really quickly. Oh yeah, check out all the lights there. That should deter all the ghosts that might be among the estate. Also, the mower works good. All right, that should be good. Not sure what we're getting ourselves into, but judging from the drone shots, it looks pretty bad. A lot of bushes and stuff we need to clean up. I want to have it decent so that we know maybe we have a chance of surviving. That's the whole point of today's cleanup part. And also, we got to get the setup going. Let's get the bobcat on and we'll be heading out. All right, boys, looks good. We're on the move. So game plan for this is we're going to head onto the main road. We should connect over there, and then we'll be at the estate. We'll be pulling in about 10 minutes, but let's go to the main road over here. That'll be our best way to get there. All right, and now we start the commute. We are getting a little bit scared. I'm not gonna lie. I know we're just gonna be mowing today, so kind of doing cleanup of our new estate. But yeah, I'm kind of scared if we find anything that we don't want to see, because this place is next to the haunted lighthouse and also the haunted town. If you guys remember, there is a lighthouse we went to back in the summertime when we went camping, and let's just say it hasn't had the best track record for news. So we're gonna go check that out really quickly. Probably take the four-wheeler, and then we'll be kind of at the estate, so we can kind of unload right next to it and check it out. But see you guys when we're pulling in, and we'll see what we're getting ourselves into. Okay, guys, we have arrived. So we're going to give you a bit of a rundown of the entire property, and it starts right here with the lighthouse. So they call this the Grave Point Lighthouse. It's been still working, but they don't know how, because the light bulb's supposed to burn out after 5 years, and it's still running 35 years later since this place went abandoned. So it was once owned by the previous estate owner before it went abandoned, like I said, 30-ish years ago, and there it is. Oh gosh, there's a shed out back too. This is gonna be pretty crazy. So this is the point that we do drive by the boat. So the prop shop you could probably see if you were looking the other way. So all the way on the other end of the island. And then we sometimes cruise around in here. I don't know if you guys ever remember this spot. Maybe not, but it overlooks this point. You know, obviously the lighthouse is there for boats and incoming ships and stuff. And yeah, maybe don't get too close to the edge, but this is the whole corner point of the island that was once owned by the previous owner. They don't know what the guy's name was. They couldn't find any records, and hence why it went abandoned, and then the city got ownership of it. They've been trying to fix it, but they said that the workers kept disappearing. So I don't know what the story is there, which led me to believe that there might be something good to see here. Maybe not good, but haunted, which is perfect for what we're looking for. So here it is, the front of the house. Looks like there's a little divot in the front. There's a little caution sign. Let's stay on the ATV. I don't think there's going to be any abnormal activity in the daylight, but just in case, we'll be able to speed away on this thing. That way it goes towards our mansion that we got with the rest of the setup. It's probably about 5 miles down the way there. And okay, there's the house. Interesting. There's an open door. I mean, it's abandoned, so you probably would guess that. And then what is this, an old windmill? Does that thing power the lighthouse? Still spinning even 35 years later. And then they've got the graveyard. Anybody that lived on the estate, I guess, was there or was buried there. And I don't want to get too close. I don't know what's going on there. It's gated. Let's just stay out of that area. Oh, what's this? Open? Like open for business? What is this? You are exactly where you are supposed to be. What? I don't know what that means. What is this? Is this a tractor engine? Interesting. All right, guys. Well, I say without further ado, we should get to work before it gets dark out. And if we don't get the work done, we're going to be camping in this mess. So let's go grab the mower, and we can really see if we can discover anything more before bringing in the setup and setting up camp for the night. All right, Bobcat to the rescue. The nice thing about this thing is it's caged. So there's no getting in or out, even if you're a ghost. I mean, this is probably going to be our vehicle we'll explore with. So let's fire this thing up. It should do pretty good. Oh, look at that. All right. It does really good. All right. We're going to get all these bushes mowed out of the way. This is where our camper is going to be parked. So we need to clean it up. And I think maybe we'll go a little bit further beyond the front area and clean it up back here too, because, you know, we do own the estate. So we got to clean it up, make sure it's looking nice. It's haunted. Yes. Yet to be determined. But I still want it to be as clean as possible, because we're going to be walking out here during the nighttime. So if it takes spending a day of cleaning this thing up, we will. I don't know what they were selling there. Open sign? That's still yet to be determined. Maybe we'll find out if we go in the house. I'm gonna leave that for later though, like later tonight. That's the game plan. So, oh, look at all these bushes, boys. Take them all out. Man, this mower always works good. Oh, we got a little hill there. We probably should not damage the mower with that, but we'll clean all this up too, because we want the whole area to be open as much as possible, because it'll leave as little room for things to be hiding behind the corner or bushes or whatever else. So we'll do our work here, and I'll check in with you guys when we're getting pretty close to done. We'll bring in the camper, kind of set it all up, and show you the game plan for tonight. And just like that, boys, we cleaned up this property pretty good. This will make it a little easier on me to stay at night, knowing we don't have a bunch of bushes that ghosts could be hiding in. So we're gonna bring in the setup. We're gonna park it right here. Now don't forget, the house we have yet to enter, especially with that caution sign in the front. So let's park our camper right here. We'll have our own place to sleep in and have base camp at, and it's just parked around the corner. So we'll bring it over here and we'll set it up. Okay, guys, everything is mated here. So we got the camper all folded out. We also have a line of defense here. So it probably won't do much, but this trailer will kind of have some extra protection in the front of our camper in case it gets, we'll just say damaged or haunted. It'll keep the evil spirits out, we'll say. So, all right, let's bring the Bobcat over here. We'll get that positioned. It'll be kind of like a little gated campsite that we've got set up out front. Remember, I mean, it's us versus the ghost tonight. So whatever we find, we're on our own out here. There's nobody to save us. And also what works even better is we've got a mower. I mean, come on, that's the best line of defense you got. So I think we're going to go ahead and make some food real quick. I've got a grill inside the camper, and we're going to wait till it gets a little bit later tonight, guys, to see what's going on at the Gravewatch Estate. So we're going to come back with a part 2 when it is nighttime, guys. Make sure to stay tuned for that episode. It's going to be pretty crazy. The day was set up, but the night is the action. So I'll see you guys in the next episode exploring the Gravewatch Estate. Stay tuned. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.